Speaking of which, you see what was going on with what's his name, Gabbie, Petito, whatever.
Yeah.
He looks completely clueless.
Yeah.
So do you think he killed her, or do you think they were both killed and they were ditched in different areas?
No, because he came back.
He's dead.
No, he came back.
Hey, what was that
Yeah.
name again?
Gabbie Petito. And a fiance's name was Brian Laundrie.
Yeah, an up-and-coming YouTube star.
What a lot of shit.
Everybody's up-and-coming YouTube star.
Influencer. Like, give me a break. You haven't heard anything about it.
No.
What planet do you want? It's been like on the news.
I don't like people. I don't like hearing about them, and I don't care about them. They can
Neither
all die.
do I. I hate people.
Well, tell me. All right, tell me.
But
Tell me.
I still like to have something to talk about.
No, I don't. I really
This
don't.
comes here to waste everyone's time.
What the hell are you doing here?
I just come out to say that I left the house once a month.
Yeah,
when you
did
get
something.
grilled, when you meet the family, like, what have you been doing? Oh, I got out.
Okay, hang on. Her name's Gabbie Petito. Sorry, not Petito.
I thought it was Pepito.
Oh, well, that's why I couldn't.
Potato.
That. Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I threw you off.
Sorry, I thought you said Polito. I was confused.
Fuck off, dickhead. Like, are you serious? Hang on. They found a notebook.
So they found him in like a marshlands or something.
Okay,
So
hang on.
could we
Floating up.
start from the start? Just recap for anyone listening who doesn't know what we're talking about. I think we should put some context on this story.
So she,
I'll pull up the wiki and I'll start.
she's
with
an up.
the wiki.
Would you like a little summary, or while he's looking it
No,
up?
I've got
No,
it.
I don't want to repeat it. I don't want to repeat
I've got it.
He's already up.
Okay.
All right, so fucking hell. Okay, so Petito.
I
Was,
can't. I'm going to shit myself.
What for us? It's like,
Which one did you have?
I had the flaky one.
What's the flaky one?
It's all
Caramel.
Caramel. That one and the one opposite was caramel flakes, but they're just originals with caramel flakes on it. That's all.
So
it
there's
is.
nothing
special.
No
That one
creamy-
might have custard in it because it's solid.
do me a favour. Can you grab me a tissue from behind the paddle?
Yeah, that's what I should have done at the start.
I've got one in my pocket. Do you want that one?
Just grab one from the bar. It's like, is there an orange Julius on this one? I'll say you this one. It's almost half full. Why don't you drink out of a toilet? He'll be back. Thank you for my tissue. Seriously, it's not a clubhouse.
I thought it was.
I like this as a clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, how do you like the setup?
No guys allowed.
No,
you bring risk?
mirrors. Huh?
You bring risk?
No, I'm not going to play it here. We'll play it at my house.
Oh, okay.
Because where are you going to put it? Like,
You could just put something on there. It's not hard.
Yeah, but it's going to be just too awkward. Plus all the mics and
But
shit.
this is more convenient for us here.
I'm sorry, you don't want to come to my house. Yeah,
Technically, you should be coming to us.
Because there's two of us down here this way.
I just don't have the space for it, so it'd have to be his.
I'd be happy to do it at mine. I don't care.
Let me tell you
I got a whole
something.
pool table we could throw it on.
Oh, there we go.
Let me tell you something. All right, I pay $500 a month. I have this freaking.
So
room.
use it. Let's come in there.
Hang on. And the one time I ask you to come to my house like normal people, you know what? Actually, this
Couldn't we unscrew the legs on that round table and just put it on the top here?
You'd have to move the monitor, but that wouldn't be hard. It's
So you
not a
want to
matter of
start
unplugging.
destroying everything?
Let me do you want me to turn the lights on?
It's probably going to be too dark, but
all right.
you can have a crack.
Oh.
Is that too dark?
My eyes. The TV's pretty bright. The TV's pretty bright.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
the
it's all
TV supplies a lot of the light.
Put it on cycle.
Do we want it on like a deep red, like a brothel red, or what?
Ooh. There? No, it's too bright.
That's too bright.
Ocean blue?
That's probably the best.
Yeah. It's a bit. Yeah.
Or red.
Yeah, that's actually quite. Yeah, that's all right. That's not too bad on the eyes.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, I've copped these.
burn it.
Like,
All right,
A red light into our retinas.
Petito, let's go.
let's go. Okay.
On the faithful night of.
All right, let me just read. Now, Petito and Brian Laundrie were like a couple. They're in their, how old are they? Like early 20s?
Yeah,
she was 22.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hold on. Before you say anything else, just so I can prove that maybe I do know this story, is this the one where they were like driving along and the cops stopped them and he thought that they were having an argument?
Yeah.
And then the next day she went missing.
I don't know if it was cops or if they just at a petrol station
No, I
and
watched
they
the
saw
video.
that they were arguing. I can't remember if it was cops or just bystanders.
They were driving down the highway and the cop pulled them over.
Oh,
And
it was
like,
cop.
you guys looked upset in the car. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Oh, okay.
And
I didn't know
that's
it was
the
cop.
video I saw.
Yeah.
So is that them?
August 12th,
Why is this a big deal?
It was about a manhunt.
Let him finish.
Let him.
They left in a Ford Transit van to go on a cross-country trip, all right? On August 12th, a witness called the 911 emergency response phone line claiming that the couple, later identified as Laundrie and Petito, were fighting in front of like a community cooperative in Utah somewhere. Caller told the dispatch that they saw a man slap a woman, and then after the two ran up and down the sidewalk, the man hit the woman again and then drove off. A witness described the incident in a statement to police saying that Petito and Laundrie were talking aggressively and that Petito was punching him in the arm. Witness said it looked like Laundrie was trying to leave Petito and take a phone with him before Petito eventually climbed into the driver's seat, moved into the passenger seat, and asked, why do you have to be so mean? And then they drove off. Eventually, the cops had pulled him over at some point. They were just going back and forth. Petito was like crying and all that sort of stuff, like bawling her eyes out. She has OCD. Petito first downplayed the physical altercation, but after the officer pointed out marks on her arm and face and told her just be honest, she told him that Laundrie kept telling me to shut up and grab my face, showed the officer a wound that she had from it and said it burnt. Laundrie told the officer, let's just take a breather and let's not go anywhere. Let's just calm down. She got worked up. Then she had her phone and was trying to get her keys from me, and I know I shouldn't pushed her away, blah, blah, blah. Petito told the officer that she hit Laundrie first and asked the officers not to separate them. Anyway, they had a scuffle, yeah?
I bet you that cop feels like crap now.
Yeah. Eventually...
He actually did a good job, honestly, in the video.
Okay.
He did a damn good job. He didn't believe her the first time, and then they went back and forth, and he did a good job. Like, they shouldn't blame him if they do.
No, I'm just saying he would feel like crap.
Yeah.
For not... Oh, it's hard, man. Like, you should watch the video. It's convincing.
It's a judgment call. Like, they have to make that decision on the fly.
Well, they broke
with
them up.
not all the information, yeah.
They did break him up. Anyway, go on.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why anyone cares about this, by the way.
Okay.
It probably happens every day.
Hang on. Now, September 11.
Come on, man. One at a time.
Fucked.
I'm funnier than everyone.
Wild.
The other one. Yusuf.
Hannah Gadsby.
Oh, yeah, that one too. Just all of them.
Okay. Now,
Proceed.
September 11, after not hearing from her daughter since late August, Petito's mother filed a missing person report. September 15, Laundrie was now named a person of interest. September 17, Laundrie was reported by his parents to be a missing person. Then, on September 19, human remains matching the description of Petito were found somewhere in a national forest in Grand Teton National Park, like somewhere in Utah or whatever. Autopsy determined that the manner of death was homicide by strangulation,
Jeez.
which occurred 3 to 4 weeks before the body was found. What are you doing? What's that? The lozenge. I love you waited for the lights to go out and then, like, seriously?
You can't see me.
Now, September 23rd, so 4 days later. Can you stop that? Like, seriously, that is so annoying.
Very entertaining.
Okay. So, 23rd, they issued an arrest warrant for Laundrie, the fiancé, due to his unauthorized use of someone else's debit card to obtain $1,000 between August 30 and September 1st. She was already, Then, October 5th, they did an interview on ABC. Laundrie's sister encouraged him to turn himself in. October 7th, Laundrie's father joins investigators in Carlton Reserve. So they search for Laundrie in areas he used to frequent in the reserve or the parks. October 20th, his skeletal remains, confirmed by forensic dentistry, and some of his belongings were found in the park.
That's pretty quick, skeletal.
Well, that's what they're saying. How could his body possibly have gone down as skeletal in like a matter of like weeks?
Well,
they say one theory is because of the fact where it was right near where crocs and shit are, and there was constant. They had to wait for the water levels to drop before they even got to the spot. So they say one theory is that he was in the water, got ripped apart by animals, and just surfaced, once the tide sort of went up.
But apparently something come out. The parents knew where he was the entire time.
Yeah, they didn't confirm exactly when they reported him missing. They said that he'd left like a day later than he did. Like they stuffed the days up. Like it was like, oh, he left on Monday. Actually, no, he left on Tuesday. Like they changed some of that stuff around. Reason why it's getting so much interest is A, because, you know, they were spotted on body cam arguing, la la la, and then she pulls up strangled to death, and then he disappears. And they only could, they verified his body by dental records, nothing else, and the fact that he had like a backpack near him. Reason why it's getting so much exposure is missing white woman syndrome, because she's a white woman under 25, and that goes viral. But at the same time, there've been so many like blacks, Hispanics, and etc. They've gone missing every day in the US. No one gives a shit. That's a real thing. Like during the mid-90s, it was like ridiculous. What are you nodding at?
I'm listening.
I feel like I'm waiting for you to say some bullshit punchline.
No.
Just to like...
I'll let you have your spotlight.
Okay. Now what?
Oh, that's it? That's the whole story?
Well, that's where it's at.
Oh, so they're both dead?
They're both dead. He pulled up dead about a month after she disappeared.
Case closed.
Essentially.
He just... Case closed. Just a lot of words. Case closed. You rest your case. Yeah. That's freaking massive, man. It's been all over the news.
Yeah, it has been pretty big.
Why is it so massive, though? I don't get it.
Because she was a YouTuber. She was an influencer. That's why.
Oh,
Yeah.
she was a nobody. Right.
And the fact that she pulled up dead,
Yeah.
and then he returned and then left again,
Yeah.
and now they all have had to identify him by his teeth. It's like, well, anyone could fake that. They reckon
On a
the parents-
skeleton.
Well, they found just dental records.
Yeah, but on a skeleton. They said skeletal remains.
Yeah, but that doesn't say how skeletal.
I would assume skeletal would be the bones.
Oh, you mean like not maybe like flesh was
Yeah,
still...
if someone's in a fire, for example, and they identify by skeletal remains, the rest of the skeleton's gone. The teeth remain. Teeth are the hardest thing on the planet. So when they say skeletal remains and they use dental records, it's not a full intact cranium.
I don't know about the planet. Let's slow down there. I've still got diamonds and shit to get through.
Did you see about Alec Baldwin?
Yes.
Oh,
How does that happen?
Well,
they're blaming him now.
I was watching some stuff today, and he was actually a producer, executive producer on that.
Yeah, he was.
And apparently that gun had misfired, or there had been 2 or 3 separate occasions where the weapon had been discharged or inappropriately used, and staff, like there'd been a walkout and of like crew members, and they were like, "No, not until this is settled." And then they handed him a gun. Now, when they say live, they don't mean like actual live bullet.
Yeah. No, they said cold gun.
No, they said hot.
No, they said cold gun.
They said hot gun, man.
100%.
No, they're changing it all the time. So in their terms, live means it's got a blank in there.
Yeah.
They don't have like live,
No, like it's ready to be used.
Yeah,
live.
but it's not actual ammunition like a bullet that you go buy at the gun store. It's a blank.
Yeah.
In their terms, a live means a blank is in there.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, he's got gun training because he's been around for years, 30 years, whatever.
Who?
Alec Baldwin.
Oh, okay.
And,
Can you turn on the light, Mike? I can't
He's
see
American.
it.
I mean, he's got gun training.
yeah, sure.
Turn on the light there, because all these monitors are killing my eyes.
May I? So what?
So precious.
Really precious. You're sitting in the darkness over there in your PJ shorts.
And,
5-year-old.
yeah, he basically
Excuse
pointed
you.
the gun at the cinematographer or whatever. I think it was supposed to be a shot like as if he's shooting at the camera. Like
Yeah, the camera, yeah.
You know, and there was a bullet in it. It was live. It was too close or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're saying the Armourer didn't have the experience to actually be there.
Yeah.
And now she's in hiding.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
I heard that they're blaming Alec.
Yeah.
And that they're putting him on...
They're saying there's probably criminal charges because he's a producer, executive producer. He's in
Apparently
charge.
He didn't check the gun beforehand. And then, then there's the whole thing of like, well, the person who handed him the gun is meant to have checked the gun.
At minimum, at most, I think manslaughter.
It doesn't come down to, if you're an actor and you've been handed a gun on set, it comes down to the Armourer. I've hired an Armourer to do sets, and it was no joke, man. Like, we used blanks, obviously, the entire time, Armourer had to be certified. There was so much. And as someone who's handled, live ammo and guns before, it was down the line like everyone pay attention, no one fuck around.
But wouldn't you check it to make sure first, or somebody else after they was handed to him?
Not if you're an actor. It's not your job.
Yeah, you would. I don't think you would think like that.
It's not your job to check props that are handed to you. You assume they've been checked by the Armourer for one.
What does that taste like?
Nice, just like an original.
It was original.
You literally had that done in like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
What's your point?
3 bites.
What happened to
They're all
savouring? No. You would, dude, as someone has been on set, has handled guns, it's not up to the actor to like, oh, is this loaded?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't fuck around, doesn't tamper with that shit. It's up to the Armourer, 100%.
Well, I think they're looking at charges.
But it's like the guy from The Crow. They killed Brandon Lee.
Oh, you see, the family made a tweet.
Yeah. He was haunted by that death till his very end.
Yeah.
And he died of cancer, I think, in like 2016 or something. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
No, who? Oh, yeah.
The guy that actually shot Brandon Lee on the set of whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
The Lee family actually, I can't believe they actually commented on it.
Yeah, he's survived by who? He's got his sister Shannon, his mother's, what's her name?
And they were like, but they were just saying, like, no one should ever have to go through this again. Yeah.
And hey,
you think we would have learnt our lesson from back then?
Stuff happens. What are you going to do?
We deserved another Crow.
The Crow with Brandon Lee.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, how many did that make? Like 4?
I don't know. I only stopped at 1.
No, Edward Furlong was in the second one.
Yeah, I know.
And then did you know that?
No.
It was bad. And then there was that... Then there was that guy, Damascus, whatever his name is. He's in, like, Kickboxer 7 Bloodsport 8. Like, he's just the standard go-to. They made a TV show about it. They made a TV show, a series, a Crow TV show.
Yeah. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it.
Yeah. There was a clip on Instagram, like, years ago that I remember popping up. And the guy was pretty believable, but it was just so low budget. And it was, like, the middle of the day, and he's fighting dudes in, like, jumpsuits. It made no sense. Like, you can't take the Crow, like, this gothic...
Well, when it's a TV show, they have to do something. Make it work during the day. Probably cheaper. The film.
I was going to say TV show. When Superman, that bisexual Superman that they're bringing in, is that a TV show or a comic?
Comic.
It's a joke,
Yeah, but is it Superman? Is it Clark Kent? Or
It's
is it
his son.
It's his son.
So it was released, and already after 4 issues, it's the writer has resigned, quit.
Why?
Because its sales are down 50%.
Well, obviously.
Well, of course. This is another case of what I did my massive rant on.
What's Clark Kent's son's name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Jonathan.
That makes it even funnier.
Well, because it's named after, He's Clark Kent's dad.
Clark Kent's dad?
Superman's dad. Jonathan Kent.
Clark Kent's son?
No, he's saying it's named after Clark Kent's dad.
Clark Kent's dad, Jonathan Kent. So
What's the law? I don't know much about Superman, to be honest.
What would you like to know? It has been revised over the years, Tim. It has been revised quite a bit over the years.
Okay, so who's Jor-El?
Jor-El is...
Superman's father on Krypton.
Yeah.
So then who's Jonathan Kent?
That's his adoptive father.
That's the human father.
That's his adoptive father on Earth.
So hang on. So Superman came to Earth and then was adopted?
Well, they found him in a field.
Oh, so it wasn't like fostered out?
No, he's in a pod.
No, they didn't go through admin and through child services.
An orphanage?
Yeah.
We're looking for
We'll
a
take that kid
superhuman.
that's hovering, thanks.
That kid that's breaking the shit out of everything.
Is he cooking a toast with his eyes? I'll take him.
You make a good labourer. Out on the farm.
Can you imagine Superman being adopted by like an Amish family? That Clark's a good boy there out the field. He's just lifting up a barn on his own.
Does the work 25 of us can in one day?
I don't know what the rules are in what was it? Remember that movie, Kingpin. Yeah. In Westchester, but out here in Pennsylvania, nobody leaves a barn to go for the dinner bell. Brother Thomas, what they say about not forgiven. Really? What do they say? It's frowned upon. No, seriously. So he's got.
They just find him like his ship crashes.
Okay.
In the field as the parents are driving by or whatever, and they find him and they take the ship and they adopt him. He's a baby. He's an infant. He's a newborn.
Okay. Are they ever explained, like, why he's got his powers?
It's to do with this. It changed over the years.
Yes.
A lot.
Do you know anything about Superman?
Mm-hmm.
Before, it had to do more
Bullshit.
about the fact that it was...
No, hang on. Are you taking the piss?
I know, like, a couple of versions of it.
There's different
'Cause
versions.
Honestly,
There's plenty of...
I know the base characters, and that's
So basically, in order to be able to
37
keep...
years old, I'm learning about Superman.
So in order to be able to keep writing stories,
You're
new
Jerry
stories...
Seinfeld. Yeah.
In order to be writing new stories about new Superman, so that way, you know, they can explain it. That's when they introduce, like, this multiverse, basically. So you have Earth 1 all the way through to 1,000,000, whatever. Infinite. So they rebooted it maybe 10 years ago. It was the New 52, wasn't it? Well, that was the last one, I think it was.
What was that?
It was 50.
I've lost track.
Yeah, I've lost track now. I can't remember if that was the Earth number or if that was how many of the main characters were going to be introduced again. But it's basically different versions of Earth with different versions of the heroes. Okay, so on different planes of universes. So in one Earth you have like a Russian Superman. In one you have a black Superman who's president. I'm not too sure.
What?
No, he's not president.
Superman was actually president.
I can't remember if he's president. Then in another one you have bisexual Superman, which is this one here.
My favourite one.
Or you could have
You're a dickhead.
you could have
You're such a malacca.
you could have like a bizarro Superman who actually talks normally, or you could have there's all different versions of every character.
Okay, so that's just to keep the
Just so that the stories don't get stale, and they can just keep
Hang on.
doing it.
The writer that was on the bisexual Superman,
He's Aussie too.
why would he quit after 4 series issues if he knows what he's getting himself into?
Probably just to get his name out there. I don't know.
Listen,
It just hasn't done anything.
there's all the multiverses and all that crap.
Yeah.
It's just a money grab. But there's only one that I would actually want to see, and they never make it into an animation or movie or anything. And that's the Batman Who Laughs.
What's that?
Oh, that's
the evil metaverse, multiverse.
Oh, okay, that's not the one I'm thinking.
So what happens?
Look it up.
Okay.
The Batman Who Laughs. That's the only thing out of all the bullshit I would actually watch. All the rest of it's just, they're just pulling. They're pulling for different coloured characters.
So, with this new reboot they did, I think it was with the New 52. There was Flash involved, and then the whole story was basically they found out that Dr. Manhattan had altered the universe or something like that, and there was going to be Superman, Dr. Manhattan, big fight. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I haven't read it. I basically haven't read anything for a long time. I'm still getting them. And then, it's
You're buying them and then not reading them.
He's buying comics. Are you serious?
I actually like buying comics, like back in the day.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
These days, not so much.
No.
The content's just not.
It's just no good.
Not good.
No.
Okay, for some reason there's no internet. Anyway, here we go. Have you seen the new Batman that's coming out?
Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I'm...
Teen angst.
Yeah. No, you know what? But we're being biased.
How can it be teen angst? Patterson's like 40.
Yeah, we're being biased now. This is the problem. This is the problem that he's left. He's left an impression of the same issue that.
No. My issue. What do you think I'm going to say?
Oh, I don't know. Your mind's all over the place.
Okay, hang on.
Keep it random.
A Batman who laughs is a Batman who always wins. So it's a nutcase.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like a goth version of it. It looks like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, kind of. Story's great though. Like the story's there.
I don't think he's. Maybe as a Batman, he can pass, but as a Bruce Wayne, I don't think he can pass. No, that's what I was getting at. Teen angst with the I don't know in Italian it's the ciuffo. I don't know.
Ciuffo, the
quiff. Yeah, like the little.
Yeah, no, he's no Bruce Wayne.
The bangs.
He could play. I'll tell you what, Batman of the Future or Batman Beyond. Or
yeah.
He would great young Batman because he looks young. I don't care how old he is. He looks like he's 10. Bruce Wayne needs
Bruce Wayne is like this.
Listen, I don't care what anyone says. The best depiction of Bruce Wayne
was Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man.
How is it?
Was that what I was going to?
That's not what I was going to say.
Okay,
so that's the Marvel response.
But that's exactly him. That's who it is.
Who was your least favorite Batman?
I didn't watch all the Batmans. I haven't watched
just the thought of it.
George Clooney.
Least favorite, and what about you?
George Clooney, man. Like, hands down.
Are you including the new ones?
We're saying
too?
least, all of them. Least favorite Batman.
Yeah, George Clooney.
The least favorite person to portray Batman.
To portray Batman.
Yeah, to portray. Doesn't fit the part, doesn't fit
I never saw Ben
Bruce
Affleck,
Wayne.
actually, any of the movies.
Ben Affleck, go on.
Ben Affleck slash...
Dude,
Swayze. Was it Swayze?
George Clooney,
No, not
man.
Swayze. Was it Swayze?
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Swayze?
I always get them mixed up. I don't know why.
Patrick Swayze.
I'm Swayze. I mean, I'm Batman.
The guy's dead, man.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ben Affleck is by far the best depiction of a Bruce Wayne.
Oh, did you say
Looks-wise-
best?
Yeah, no. I'm saying who was your least, because I wanted
Well,
to see
who's your least?
Oh, probably Clooney.
Clooney, it was campy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon... Yeah,
Ben Affleck, I don't care what... Like, people can give him shit. They say he's terrible, he's a bat. He's the best depiction.
he was pretty good as Batman.
Look-wise, he looks like Bruce Wayne.
yeah.
He's right there. He wasn't bad. I don't care what people say. I don't know why we didn't keep him around.
I still think the best Batman was the first one.
Yeah,
Michael Keaton.
He was all right.
He nailed it. I'm sorry.
Not Adams?
That meme
Who?
of his face.
Adams?
What's his name? Adam
West.
West.
Oh, Adam
yeah.
West. Jesus.
Adam West.
It's Adam West, yeah.
yeah.
Dude, his cameos in Family Guy, the first season, made that show,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was just so random.
Yeah.
It's like, Mary West would like to interview. You can't interview a dead man, can you? And he runs out the window. Like, why?
Yeah.
And then the toilets, it's like male, female, Adam West. No, that's what they want me to think.
I've actually been trying to find where I can stream Family Guy. I wanted to rewatch.
Just download them.
Yeah, I haven't been on much of a download.
What do you mean?
Because the course I'm doing, I've
Yeah.
got a lot of software on my computer now, and I'm always a little bit, who's having a look at what I'm doing?
He doesn't want to break the...
Why don't you take your advice you gave me?
Well, sometimes I do it.
Do you know what I invested in?
I just got a new laptop. Well, no, not a new one. I just use an old laptop, and that just does what I need.
I do too, but I use crypto for the laptop. So it's like...
I got a VPN.
Oh, yeah. Wait, is that why the screenshot...
Give him a clap.
That screenshot you sent me, he sent me a screenshot of something, right? And in the background, he's got the VPN open. And I was like,
I didn't know.
why?
Really?
Why?
What did I send you a screenshot of?
The thing we were laughing about when we first came here. That I don't
Oh,
wanna
the
say.
meme?
Yeah.
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 No, it's...
You had your VPN open. I'm like...
yeah, because it's constantly there, like, as a notification. What?
What about Venom? Terrible.
I haven't watched them.
Terrible.
I
I
haven't
watched
seen
the first one just recently.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Oh, yeah?
I'll
Yeah.
be honest, I saw
They're doing like Carnage? Yeah, sorry.
Carnage. They're doing Carnage. Let there
Yeah.
be Carnage.
Yeah.
I want to watch that.
And who is it?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it for that
I
reason.
want to watch
Yeah,
it for
yeah.
that. Oh, do
Yeah.
you want to go watch it?
I'll watch it with you.
I've started asking people who... I never saw the first one. I
Yeah.
like Venom as a character. Like
I love Venom.
in the comics.
Yeah.
So I thought...
I love Carnage more.
Yeah,
I
same.
like Carnage and I like Woody Harrelson. So I thought, you
Yeah.
know what? Let's make that the first movie back out of lockdown.
The trailers, he looks like he's going to play that psycho part really
Yeah.
well, but it's PG. I can't.
Oh, is it?
I can't
What?
do it.
PG.
The first one's PG, and the second one's confirmed PG. I can't do it.
I'm not watching it.
I can't do it.
No, I'm not watching it. Dude, Carnage was literally the most
He
violent
rips
character.
babies apart. He rips babies apart in front of the mother. What is PG? I can't do it. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not watching it. It's
What
like
a
the
joke.
Expendables 3. Expendables 3 was like...
Oh, yeah.
How could you make a violent movie...
Because more people can go and watch an M-rated or a PG movie as opposed to an R-rated one.
So what?
What about Wolverine? No.
They don't care what you
Logan.
think, They want this at the end
Logan
of the
was
day.
R. Logan was like one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, I know.
And that was R.
I mean, look at Deadpool. The first one rated
Hilarious.
because it was rated R, and everybody wanted to see.
Did you watch the second one?
No,
I watched it once and I thought it was crap.
Yeah, it wasn't the... Yeah.
I watched the first one. I actually watched them back to back.
the first one I liked. It was good.
I watched them back to back. I watched the first one like at home and I thought, not bad. And I thought, yeah, this role was made for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
snarky,
Yeah.
whatever. And then I went to
He's
the
not even
movies.
playing Deadpool. He's playing himself.
Yeah, and then I went and watched the second one at the movies and just went, more the same.
It was exactly the same. Yeah, spot on. Like dead the same. Exactly everything. It was crazy. I didn't like it.
Go.
No, that's all right.
No, go.
No.
No, just say it. Now you've done it.
How come you don't have a thing for Ryan Reynolds, seeing as his roles are exactly the same as Will Smith? He's always playing the same character.
Who said that I don't have a thing against Ryan Reynolds?
No, I'm just saying.
How is Will Smith always the same character? I can't think of two characters. Give me two characters.
Are you for real?
What?
Dude!
You guys argue about this all the time.
Wait, hang on. No, wait, sorry. Are you saying as a person or the character in the movie?
So Will Smith, in every movie he plays the exact same person. From when he was 18 to all the way now, his character is always the same. Every character in his roles that he signs up for in all his studio films.
How his personality is coming out to the character.
His personality is exactly the same.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is the exact same person in all his movies as well.
Seth Rogen. Yeah, all of it.
He has a beef with Will Smith because he's the same person in every film.
Will Smith has got two types. I'm the saddest, poorest, loneliest man on the planet.
Which I think he's played twice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck off. And two, I'm
just saying.
the shit and a bit, and I know everything. Yeah. And you just want to punch me in the face.
And he was already 3 steps ahead of you before you decided to do that.
I think. Do you remember that? Do you remember the Jada Pinkett Smith entanglement interview? Watching him fall apart was just like, man, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, was it actually? That's a question, man. Was there a need for them to make that show?
No.
Like that special?
No. Well, maybe for them personally.
No, but why air it? Like, what? It just made no sense.
I guess because they've always been in the public about that.
No,
right? They've always been open about it.
No,
I had no idea until they did it.
They've always been open about it.
There have been rumours circulating about their marriage being an open marriage, blah, 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 right? Whatever, okay? It's tabloid fodder, I get it. But, dude, if you were married, like, think about it. Let's just think creatively here. If you were married, I'm like actually adjusting. Going back to my normal stat. Here we go. See, now I'm comfortable. Now I'm engaged.
I'm talking about Will Smith.
Yeah.
No, hang on. Dude, it was the other day. I saw the meme of Will Smith from the entanglement video, and then it had him like on carbs and his face was all bloated. I just started laughing. I'm like, what's that from again? Oh, yeah, the thing. Hang on. Dude, if you have been having marital issues, why would you create a Netflix special, you know, in hindsight, like, a Netflix special to elaborate on it as if it's anyone else's business?
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe they're cash strapped.
No.
Netflix paid them money to
I'm
do
pretty
it.
sure both their kids are like loaded. They've got like clothing lines and, you know, all that other
and the
crap.
actors. And
Yeah. As if Will Smith's broke, man. He was like the most highly paid actor in the 90s.
Yeah, it's the 2021.
This is why he's saying 20 years he pissed it away.
I don't know, maybe.
No.
Bad investments.
Pickett Smith pissed it away on hotels with that guy, August, whatever his name is. No, but I'm just saying, like, where's the motivation? Why would you want to hear your wife tell you that she's been unfaithful on, like, a live stream? Oh, what's there to gain? What kind of insight is there to gain?
I mean, I watched like 20 seconds of it. I'm like 20 seconds.
I didn't watch it all.
I watched the tiniest clip, and she was like, "Oh, I was unhappy, so I went and had sex with this guy." And you just see like his face
His face just crumbles, man.
Like, I saw a man's soul shatter in that, and I was like, "I'm done watching this."
Yeah,
20
dude,
seconds
that's
enough.
exactly what I saw.
Yeah.
She calls it an entanglement. He calls it a relationship. She's like, yeah. And then he just like breaks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cut the commercial, man. Like, do something.
You remember? He needs a breath.
Yeah, I feel bad. And
Bring in the oxygen.
I'm not a fan of Will Smith's music. I'm not a fan of his movies. And I honestly felt bad. Like,
The man shattered on the spot.
What are you doing? Like, what are you... Is this like... Are you trying to... Is this method acting or something? Like, you're trying to get into a role? Like, this makes no sense. What is the motivation? Just money. Like, for airing rights? Like, God knows what they got
Maybe
paid.
they're trying to get a name back out there. She hasn't done anything for a long time.
Well, that could, maybe he said, let's address it, and she's like, let's go on TV and address it, otherwise I'm not doing it.
Maybe.
Why?
Because these people, Tim, live in Hollywood, La La Land. They don't live in reality.
Oh, La La Land?
They have to do as much... La La
La La Land.
Oh. Gumdrop fairies.
I just picture the Naked Gun when they're doing the Academy Awards and all the fires are all over the city.
I'm picturing Homer when he's in that candy land and he's eating everything.
The
Land of chocolate.
music.
Hello, Homer.
We were talking about chocolate.
That was 20 minutes ago.
Fuck me.
Oh, man.
I was watching... Do you know why I got a VPN? I'm just thinking about it now. I was watching heaps of those...
I guess it would be porn.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
Oh.
Not at all. I was eating dinner and I had one screen just on YouTube random and doing work on the other one, and the algorithm brought up all those hacker videos where the counter scammers hack the scammers in India.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
And then ruin their lives.
Yeah.
It's like a 40-minute like journey. You know what I mean? I'm watching them and then like doing
pretty cool.
spot ads for VPNs during the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I bought into it. I'm like, yeah, man. Like, it's just anyone could look into this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you use it for?
Huh?
What do you use it for then?
Nothing.
I built my own.
What do you mean?
I built my own VPN
How?
in school.
Yeah, okay, but like, what are the mechanics of building a VPN?
I think so. From what I gather,
Okay, wait. Explain what a VPN is, because not everyone knows what a VPN is.
I don't. All right. In layman's
I
terms,
asked you to explain something for the 4 people that listen to us. Like, seriously.
excuse me. How dare
I love
you?
how there's 3 people here.
My missus is listening right now. It takes one location that you identify as, which is the numbers, like an IP address, and
What's
then
an IP address?
so there's a private and a public, and you get a private at home that you can communicate through all your devices with, and you get a public one on the internet that no one can access through your computer unless they're doing their thing.
Unless it's the Victorian Police now, apparently.
But it allows you to like access the internet, right? So this is where requests get sent and brought forward. And so if you change that, most websites know from your IP address what location you're coming from, or what country you're coming from, and down to like the suburb, pretty much.
Yeah.
So if you change that with a VPN, you can throw your numbers to you spoof it. So for anyone that remembers spoofing, you can make it look like you're in Germany or America. So if you access Netflix, that's what everyone was using to like see the other shows, because Netflix is by region. They buy
It's restricted content in each country. You don't have the full library here in
to
Australia.
each state.
Oh, really?
It's a state-by-state license agreement they have with each state. They purchase the amount of shows for each state that some states want to watch. And then, so like if you check like not Adelaide, let's say New South Wales to Victoria, the shows might be different for Netflix, right? So if you spoof or VPN your address to America, you'll get different shows, depending on where you land in America.
Yeah.
So that's a VPN.
Okay.
Does it still work with Netflix?
Yeah, apparently it does. They can't.
What about VPN? What about VPN on YouTube? Oh, on PS4. How do you actually get it working?
Yeah, I've heard. I don't know how to do it, but I've heard, like, when I've been looking for solutions and stuff, they're like, you can use a VPN on the PS4.
Yeah, so you can install, because PS4s have a hard drive.
You'd have to jailbreak it or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Okay. I changed my location to Delhi or something just to see what it is, and then all of a sudden the YouTube ads all started coming in as...
You probably lag too, right?
Not really.
Your data would have gone down a bit.
What do you mean?
Like, you'll get, like, worse ping, because the connection's going further.
Yeah, but you're forgetting, I don't play games, I don't do things like that.
True.
I just I'm on YouTube, I play Crusade Kings with him, and that's it.
That's true.
Speaking of which, when are we doing that next?
What's today, Tuesday?
He convinced me to buy a $109 game.
I didn't realise they weren't all out. I thought that was everything.
$109.
I didn't read the fine print. I thought it was all the DLC that's released today.
Declares that he reads the fine print on everything and he doesn't get scammed.
My mistake this time. I'll admit it. I didn't realise. I'm pissed too. I am pissed because it should have just cost like $70
You know what
instead.
kills me? When I bought it, I was actually broke. Like, I didn't realise what was coming up. Remember I was saying to you before, in that, like, the following 2 weeks after, I had rent on this, rent at home, like, mortgage, rego, like, I had everything come in. I'm like, shit, like, I have no money. And then I cursed because I saw this Crusader Kings 3 logo come up, and I'm like, blah! Like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've only had, like, what, 2 games?
Nah, we've done about 4.
No.
Yeah, we've done about 4.
Chance.
Yeah, we've done about 4.
I forgot what it was like.
Not from what I can see in the WhatsApp group.
I forgot what it was like to play a video game with him. Too ambitious. I saved your ass in that. Do you know what he did? He was...
So we decided to create 2 kingdoms in North Africa, Central Africa, is it? Central Africa.
Central West Africa.
Yeah. So... Basically, we thought we weren't going to Europe.
How did we go from your VPN story to this?
I don't know. just let it happen. Just let it happen. Don't fight it. So we thought we'll start 2 kingdoms each. Will be neighbours, so that way we were close enough to help each other out, and then we can go, I'll go tall and you go wide, you go, whatever. So we were doing pretty good after a while, but then there was like, our competition was narrowing down, and then there was only like, there's only three major players other than us. And then one of them came out of nowhere when I wasn't expecting it, because I was helping him out with a conquest.
See, basically what happened was my strategy was like just to expand.
Yeah.
At all cost, expand.
Plant your seed everywhere.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. John's strategy was build up his own
I'm an infrastructure man.
he's the long haul.
He was Caesar, you were Genghis Khan.
Yeah, the long game, you know what I mean? So I was overstretched in like a bunch of wars, and then I had to go help an ally on the other side, and I'm like, hey, dickhead, can you help me out here? I'm like, yeah, all right.
So I went and helped him.
So, we steadied it. And
but
then
while I was helping him, a guy to the
invaded.
north of me used it as his chance to attack me, and so then I was split on two fronts. So we quickly finished that off, his one. By the time I went back, another guy declared war on me as well.
Did you know during that attack that you were being attacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it popped up. It's like, hang on, someone's attacking me.
But we had enough troops to handle it. But then, because there was a third army like coming from another country who actually wanted to subjugate me as a whole country, not just a bit of land. So I had to, it was just dominate. It was a 6-year war basically between these two factions, which is a long time.
It was my strategy that saved us on every front, so it was fine. I said, just leave some dudes here. I'm heading down here. You go handle that. I'll sort these guys out.
I lost one of the wars, and the other guy settled for a white peace because he knew he couldn't win, because then he got invaded by someone else. Mm-hmm. So it was just.
And let's just to confirm, these are real people or bots you're playing against?
Bots,
yeah. So the AI must be really clever.
It is.
I told you, the game is always acting to destroy you at all costs.
It counters everything you do. Like, it smells what you're going to do next, and then it starts setting up an offensive on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you'll love it. Like, if you actually jump on...
It's just too expensive.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
You got to wait until
there was a version for like $60. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll cop that up. And then he's like, no, you need the expansion, blah, blah, blah.
I said, get the expansion, because I bought it. No, I bought it thinking this expansion was all available and it was on. So I got it thinking, all right, if we're going to play together, you got to get the same expansions, otherwise you won't be able to play. You know? So I told him, and then he sent me the message. He goes, these aren't actually available. And then I'm like, what? And I had a look. Like, freaking hell, they're not available yet. Like, it's season. It's like
season pass.
Season pass. Right. So when it's available, you already got it.
Yeah.
So what's the expansion? Like, what do you get?
One of them is the Vikings. Was it?
I don't know.
I think one's the.
So it's
the
a faction?
No, like you can. I think you already can go to Scandinavians. You can.
I've got no idea, man.
One of them is going to be so like, you know, when you're in court as the king.
Yeah.
It's like that. So it's not just like making decisions. Now you can actually sit court and make decisions like, no, you know, cut the baby in half, or, you know, whatever. Like, you know, his land is his. So it gives a bit of depth into the day-to-day stuff.
What?
The amount of people that go to divorce and like who gets the baby, well, just cut in half.
Just cut in half.
Take one in.
You're fucked.
The one that declares more concern and gets it.
Wait, what?
The one who declares more concern for the baby gets the baby.
That's the half? Well, the whole baby.
Whole baby.
Oh, the whole baby, okay.
I got a question.
Well, not the baby.
Well, how would you react in this situation? This happened to me a couple of days ago, right? I went to dinner in the city, okay? And
This is before lockdowns ended?
No, lockdowns opened up.
Well done.
All right. What do you mean?
Do you wear a mask?
Are you for real?
Good on you. All right, come on.
How did you get stuck on that? All I said was I went to dinner. Was this before or after? Good on you. It was a mask.
No, it was a black market dinner. Oh. It was in the back of a Chinese restaurant, in the kitchen. quickly. There's no police.
Just hoofing down the Sims. Wontons out of the pot. No.
They're hot. Yeah.
Gotta be $800. It's black market.
Yeah,
what do you want?
Black market wontons. That'd be $8. All right.
You killed him.
He's broken.
Oh, man.
He's broken for the day.
No one else says that. I'm the one that always says that.
Actually, yeah, you're right. You've been quoting that line forever. Okay.
Oh,
no. I called an Uber, got in the Uber, and like I've seen the message saying I'm outside in a Hyundai. I'm like, sweet. I go outside, I jump in the Hyundai. I'm like, hey, mate, cool. Didn't say anything, kept driving. And then as we're heading inbound, I've looked at his GPS and it's saying something to go like to Collingwood somewhere. I'm like, mate, where are you going? I go, I'm going to like the west side of the city, so like towards Spencer Street. He's like, huh? And he goes, I'm going here. He goes, hang on, who are you? I said, Demetrios. He's like, oh, I think you jumped in the wrong Uber. I go, I just look, no one asked anything, no one said anything.
Yeah,
I just sort of
assumed.
Yeah, it's a Hyundai. Like, I looked at my phone and it's like, I've arrived outside your building. I'm like, shh. So like, I've called my guy. I go, hey man, I'm really sorry, I jumped in the wrong Uber. He's like, no worries, I'll just cancel it. Don't stress. So he cancels it. Cost me $10. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Don't stress.
The guy in front of me, I go, like, he's driving. I was on Flinders Street, near Flinders Street at this point. I said, do you want me to just jump out, man? I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, my guy's calling me now. I go, where is he? He goes, it's outside your building as well. I'm like,
That's hilarious.
yeah. I go, okay. I go, look, just go back. I go, I'm not far. Like, I'll figure it out. Don't stress. So I jumped out. So I jumped out, walking along, and I see a cab. I go, hey, mate. I go, I've got a dinner res just up the road. Can you just take me around the block? I go, yeah, I'll pay you whatever you want, sort of thing. But like, I know it's a short trip. He goes, yeah, jump in. And then like after a couple of minutes, I'm like, meter's not on. So I go, hey man, your meter's not on. He goes, yeah, I said $20. I said, what? Yeah, you didn't say $20. He says, yeah, I said $20 when you got in. I go, no, you didn't. We're talking like, it's from corner. I was on corner of Flinders Street and St Kilda Road, and I was going to like Elizabeth Street. Like Queen Street and Collins. Like, so picture that. Like, it's like a 15-minute walk. Yeah, if I wasn't in a rush to get to the res, I would have walked it. And he wanted $20, and we're driving down Collins Street.
It's an expensive night for you.
It cost me $30 to get like.
You could have jogged and been there in 7 minutes.
I could have walked it in about 20 minutes. I could have walked it. 25 minutes tops, I would have been able to walk it. And I'm like, what? And I was like, what country am I in? Like, I've acted like a tourist in Thailand. What would you do to that guy? Would you have paid it for one?
Firstly, before you even get to that point, I feel like you could have avoided the situation with the Uber thing to begin with, because there's two Ubers. You got the wrong one. The other guy's waiting at the front. His passenger in your one.
But he had already cancelled. He was out. He was gone. He just said, all right, I'll cancel it. And I just saw my bank account.
But your guy... Yeah, but...
Your guy could have taken you all the way and then gone back and picked him up.
Yeah, but I was...
No. What I'm saying is the guy that cancelled his should have just redone...
Yeah, he didn't know that. He didn't know.
The algorithm doesn't normally pick it up. It'll pick up the nearest driver. But if the other guy's already taken a job, he's on his way off. So he would have...
But why did your guy... So just clarify this. Why did your guy drop you off there?
Because he said, yeah, this guy's still calling me to come back.
So instead of just finishing the next 5 minutes, not even...
Yeah, but I was on someone else's meter. That's the thing. It's not like I was even...
But, you know...
how was I going to pay him?
Wait, so that guy paid for yours?
With your ass.
So what happens there? So he paid for your trip?
No. My trip got cancelled.
Yeah.
And then I just said... So at that point, I'm in an Uber where I'm not meant to be.
Yeah.
My details aren't in this driver's thing.
Yeah.
He's accepted the ride from the guy back at the...
But I mean, did you pay him?
No, I just said, look, I'll get out, make it easy for you, because otherwise it's like, well...
You should have probably just walked it from there.
It's just because I was running late because of my res. And, because you only get like an hour and 10 minutes or whatever.
It's a bit messier, yeah.
This guy stung me for $20 to take me like...
How far in until you asked, he said $20 into the drive, did he say $20?
He said that he said it as soon as I asked him if he could take me. I didn't hear him say...
but he's saying, when did you bring that up? How far into the drive did you find out?
20 minutes later?
I'll tell you now. I went down
meters?
St Kilda Road from Flinders Street, turned along Flinders Street right, because...
Too late.
Hang on. No, we were at the corner of Flinders and... the car was...
Were you still near the corner of Flinders with the taxi when he said, $20?
No,
or were you near Elizabeth Street?
I'd gone down Flinders, up like... what's it called? Russell Street. Then left onto Collins. Then come back down.
Yeah,
so I was like,
probably a bit too late.
I agree with him in the sense that it's too late to do anything about it. Because you've already...
That's what I saw. I admitted defeat. But I was like, where the hell am I? Like, I just paid $30 to go $1.50. Like, what do you do in that situation?
They can't keep up with Uber and stuff. He's going to charge you. He's going to charge you. Yeah. He's going to charge you as much as he can.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I had a guy... I gave away my washing machine. Look how nice... Mate, I had a nice turn the other day. Look at this. When I moved last year... What are you looking at?
He's got a banana bread in here.
I know, I can see the banana bread. I've been looking at it the entire time.
Do you want it?
Why have you got banana bread?
So he brought 4 donuts, a coffee, and banana bread.
Well,
and
the
a bottle of
donuts
water.
were for you guys.
You might as well
I was
brought
going to
a
have the
backpack.
banana bread.
But you ate 2 donuts on your own.
Because he said he wasn't going to have any.
I'll take the banana
There's
bread.
one still there. Like,
Have it.
No.
I brought this
he'll
for me
take-
because...
he'll take the banana
You want the
bread.
banana
I'll have
bread?
diarrhea. No, I'll have diarrhea.
What the fuck?
I can't eat carbs.
Don't you remember?
Yeah, I know. We did the whole thing.
Yeah.
No.
No progress on that yet. Still.
I've only been back on keto for the last month.
Okay.
10 kilos.
Sorry.
Fuck off. In a month? Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you lose 10 kilos eating nothing but protein?
I'm 111 fat.
Apparently it does wonders.
8 fat.
Yeah.
What do you mean you eat fat?
8 more fat. Like the most fat.
As in saturated fat?
Yeah. A little bit both, but mainly
So
saturated.
how did... Okay, hang on. Let me finish this and then I'm going to get back to your...
Okay.
I know you love talking about keto.
I love it.
All right. What was I saying?
Yeah, the taxi.
Yeah, no. I had a good turn. Right?
Oh, right. Yeah, the washing machine.
I had a good turn. Last year when I moved, I bought a new washing machine, right? Top loader. Cost me like $250 of some wog in Clayton.
Yeah.
The old lady sent me to. Yeah, good deal. I'm like, yeah, sweet. Right? It lasted a year and a week. Right? And then started fucking around with the cycles and stuff. Yeah? Called him up, go, mate, like, what's the go? What are you laughing at?
He's propped it up for you so you can keep looking at
Just
it.
to piss me off. I'm going to throw him out of here. I've had enough.
I'm all about the long game. Just put it there, just to chip away. You know me.
Yeah, he's been doing it 30 odd years.
He's waiting to see this drip of sweat.
30 goddamn years I've been dealing with
It'll
this.
be like 10, 15 podcasts from now. He's like, I can't do it. The banana bread. I'm just chipping away at him.
Okay. I called the guy up. Okay, can you come and fix it? He said no, or like gave me a roundabout answer. Then my phone died, so I switched phones, lost his number. What are you laughing at now?
I'm just thinking Drake's coffee cake.
Yeah.
There's such a big deal about it. Anyway, go on, stupid.
Okay. So I'm stewing about my stupid washing machine. I jump on Marketplace just to see what's on, because I never thought, hey, you know what? Instead of buying motorbike gear, maybe I'll buy something I actually need.
Yeah.
So I jumped on Marketplace, bunch of washing machines, like, you know, fluctuating in price. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll come back to it when I actually have money. And then randomly one night, good old algorithm of Marketplace pops up, free washing machine to good home. Like, what? Look at it, exactly the same model that I have. Message the guy, goes, is this for real? Goes, yeah, it is, but someone's already responded. I'll let you know if they fall through. I'm like, sweet. 5-6 days later, he messages me and goes, hey, man, buyer fell through. Do you want it? Okay, does it work? He goes, yeah, it works. I'm like, it's exactly the same. Okay. Brings it to me. I went to him. He wasn't there, so he brought it to me the next day. I literally dragged it up to my apartment, put it in front of the other one, and they're identical. The only difference was that it had scratch marks on the front. Plugged it in, cleaned it out, works perfectly. So I thought, you know what? I'll give mine away. Mine still works. It just skips in these cycles, but technically it's a small fix. It's just an easy fix. I just can't be bothered and la la la.
Yeah.
I had so many messages from people saying, oh, is it available? Yes. And then that was it. Like nothing. Right? I had one guy say, I want just the hoses. I'm like, no. He goes, what do you mean? I go, you want the hoses? It's $20. He goes, why? I go, I'm not giving you hoses that are going to make this washing machine like not functional.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give it away for free to help someone. I'm not going to have you just take the hose. Take the whole freaking machine. Just put it on the street. I'm not putting it on the street. Like,
Cheesy beggars.
yeah.
I love that thread.
Seriously. Yeah. I tried to do a good thing.
Yeah.
And these clowns are like extorting me. Eventually someone came today. He's like, can I get it? I'm like, okay. I went and did a job. I'm coming back. I'm like, he's messaging me saying I'm here. I'm like, you didn't even tell me what time you were coming. I rock up. He's like, does it work? I go, of course it works. Like, we went through this. I don't understand.
But it's more
There's a lot of
official if they ask
dumbasses
you in
out there.
person.
Sorry?
If they ask him in person, it's more official.
Yeah.
Does it work?
They're right.
No, actually. Thanks for coming. Load it up. Get it out of here.
Thanks,
You got
mate.
done, bitch.
All right. What's this choosy beggars you're saying?
That's what it is. On Reddit, there's a thread, choosing beggars. Choosy or choosy?
Choosy.
Choosy beggars. And it's just people's interactions with people who want more than what they're offering. So it's like...
Even if it's free.
Yeah, so I'm giving away a washing machine. All right, I'm only available Saturdays. Can you bring it to my place and install it for me And while you're there, like, you know, just stupid stuff. Like,
Can you get it delivered?
Yeah.
On a truck? You know,
Yeah.
and it's specific company man with a van.
It's always their husband's birthday, and it's like you're a monster.
I need 3 cakes.
Yeah.
Candles on my cake.
I'll pull one up right now.
Dude, that just brings back Harold and Kumar. I was like, well, help yourself, grab a drink, fuck my wife. Is this so nice? Did he just say fuck my wife? He couldn't have said that. What the hell do you think you're doing? You said we could have sex with her. I most certainly did not. Oh, man, it's been too long. I haven't watched that movie in ages.
Choosing Beggars.
Oh, it's Choosing Beggars.
Yeah, it's Choosing Beggars.
Oh, I've been calling it Choosy Beggars.
So the picture is for the thread is like, you know, the Cyanide and Happiness, the cartoons.
Yeah.
It's like, I think he's handing him toilet paper, but then the next frame, the next frame is actually of the guy that's receiving the toilet paper is actually bent over. He's like, "Can you wipe my ass as well?"
Oh, yeah.
So it's like that. You give me this, but then can you do more for me?
Can you wipe my ass?
Okay, here we go. So this is one. The world doesn't owe you a living. Now, I didn't realize I'd have to pay. I'd have thought with the current stage of your career, you'd be doing this for exposure and get your name out there. And then, sadly, neither my rent or bills can be paid in exposures. Happy to do a song for the price above in time for your wedding. Let me know if you can, help further. And then that's a bit cheeky. In my opinion, you're being unrealistic with pricing, and you build a name for yourself much quicker by doing these for free or really cheap to get your name out there. Talented for sure, but can't see people paying for something like that. The world doesn't owe you... Well, that's it. It doesn't continue.
Do you know what I've been...
Owe you a living. So that's someone, like they would want it, but you give them a finger and they want the whole arm. You know, like
Yeah. I've been stuck on Takeaway Trauma. It's a page on Instagram. It's reviews, like real restaurant reviews on like Google or whatever.
Yeah.
And responses from the owner.
The best of the best, sort of. Yeah.
It's like it's like very bad quality naan, expensive with garbage taste. They don't even know how to make pink tea. I'm very disappointed. Response from owner. Thanks, we appreciate your feedback. Gandhi, we've been closed for over a month, so we don't know where you get your naan from. Dude, it's brutal. There's so many here.
I have to admit, I finally signed up. I think I told you.
Facey?
I finally got a Facey account.
You did it?
Yeah.
Bravo. You worse
For
than
that
me.
split second where I put my name, I got like 5, 10, whatever, friend. Within 5 minutes of all people I haven't talked to in years, but somehow they got my number, whatever.
Can you just imagine him panicking as soon as he sees it? And he's like, nah, close.
I changed my name. I went to my, changed the name straight away, deleted all the thingies, and then no more no one to bother me anymore. But I went on to Marketplace because that's the whole point I've gone on there.
Wait, use your real name.
At the start, I did.
You're a fool.
At the start, for a split second.
What a rookie mistake. I create pseudonyms in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but then that's all right. Nothing's happened since. I only did it.
He considers himself like learned. You know what I mean?
I thought this is an accepting place.
He's getting torn to shreds.
Anyway, so I went on to Marketplace, basically. That's the whole reason I got it for. I've been messaging people, like same thing, like, yeah, it's available or whatever, and they never
What
get back to
buy it? Out of curiosity.
More of these.
Oh, figurines.
Miniatures.
There's
a difference, Tim.
What's the difference between a miniature and a figurine?
Figurine is for playing with. With children. Miniatures are tabletop games.
See his face? That's like he's a train aficionado. You know what I mean? He doesn't play with model
So apparently
trains.
it's much, much cheaper to get them on Marketplace because just for, a box
people
of...
started it, then gave up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is a mistake.
It's cheaper to get.
Dude, Marketplace, honestly, is the dying art of like retail and like. Dude, I've bought so much motorbike gear in the last like year. You know what I mean? And it's literally guys that like rode once, came off it, and then never bothered again. Or got excited, bought a jacket. It was 30 sizes too small. Then they got fat over COVID, so it's like, I'm going to get rid of this. The wife wants me to get rid of it.
But that's the thing. You message them, it's available. I'm like, all right, I follow up. Don't hear back from them, nothing.
It's because you're new to the world of social media. That's the problem.
What's that got to do with it?
They're still the same assholes that you deal with every day. You think that they're not going to be pricks just because they're on Marketplace?
No, but at least say, all right, this is how much I want for it. They don't say anything.
Nah. Dude, I messaged... There were so many guys that, like, a mate of mine will specifically message me and say, "Hey man, hit this guy up for some pants." I tried like motorbike pants. I tried talking to him, and he's just a lunatic.
Yeah.
He made a joke. Like he offered to, like my mate offered to go there and like do. It was something positive, and the guy lost his mind. He's like, he goes, "No, I'm not selling him to you." He's like, "What are you talking about? Like I made a joke. Like what do you mean?" So he's messaged me saying, "Hey man, hit this guy up." I hit him up, and the whole thing was about. Watch. This was during lockdown. Okay. Motorbike gear is essentially deemed essential if it's your daily commute vehicle. Like for me, it is. I ride my bike more than I drive the car.
Yeah.
So you need a helmet, you need a jacket, whatever. And I messaged the guy, and this was at the peak of lockdown. And I said, "Listen, man," I go, "Can you mail it to me?" Like you got past the first hurdle. Yes, it's available. Cool, perfect size, perfect price. Name it. What do you want for ship? I go, "Where are you?" And it was up in what's it called? It's near Epping, past Epping, Wallen. I go, "Okay, can you mail it to me?" "No." "Well, we're in lockdown." I go, "I'm not within 5 Ks of you, and you're in Wallen. Nothing is within 5 Ks of you."
Yeah.
I go, "What?" I go, "Can you just hold it?" I go, "I'll give you a deposit. Can you hold it till the end?" This is when lockdown was meant to end like a week later. "Nah, these are going to be gone." I go, "What do you mean?" I go, "I'm so, like, as in, I can't mail them because of work. The nearest post office is like 15 minutes away. I go, I'll pay you for your time. I go, I'll give you an extra 20 just to go." I go, "I don't care." "No, what part of that don't you understand?" La la la. And I'm like, "Okay, hang on." He goes, these aren't gonna stick around." I'm like, "Well, wait a second, man. No one can physically come and pick them up. You won't go and mail them, and you want them gone by Sunday. What part of my what am I missing? I don't actually understand." Dude, lunatic. He lost his shit. I had to like coax him back like a kitten with milk, and eventually came through.
From the teat.
Once lockdown was done, I messaged him like that little break. I said, "Mate," I go, "are they still available?" "Yeah, they are. Come pick them up." I'm like, "What?" Okay. I went and met him, and he was a nut. He's like, "Oh, we're going bush." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like he was literally in the process of like packing up his kids and shipping them out like to the middle of nowhere to avoid the lockdown.
They're not coming back.
Yep.
Seriously?
Those kids are getting eaten.
Yeah. I'm seriously curious about going there to see what the hell's going on. It looked like he was building something like with a hacksaw in his garage.
He's building a bunker.
Yeah. No, I'm not even joking. Freaking nut job. I don't know. These are the people.
Yeah.
I was going to say to you, I got some tats done yesterday for the first time in like 10 months. And you're going to cop like the biggest shock of your life.
What's that?
I'll show you.
Oh!
I don't have my glasses on.
No, of course you don't. There. That thing there.
In such a prominent space, too.
Bad, huh?
Yeah.
What's that?
KOR.
KOR?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that?
John.
So, when we were teenagers and losers who didn't have anything better to do,
So now, yeah.
we created our own...
If we could do this now, we would.
If we could, we would.
We're trying to figure out ways to do it.
We are. We were looking up wrestling games like a month ago.
Before I bought Crusade Kings.
We created like our own universe in like wrestling. So, we loved our wrestling games.
Yeah.
It was on the PlayStation 1 originally, wasn't it?
That's
where it all started.
Started on Warzone Attitude.
Yeah.
Attitude had got a bit up, and then SmackDown, the first one.
Then when SmackDown came out, and then SmackDown 2 was, I think, the Golden Age. Basically, we created all our own wrestlers. There was a whole universe. We created our own, like, feuds with them, storylines, everything.
Factions. Pay-per-views. Smarch Madness.
Yeah, Smarch Madness.
Yeah.
And Core was, like, the equivalent of the NWO in our universe.
Okay.
But
Stands for?
Well, we just liked the sound of Core. But eventually... eventually, like, later towards the end, it was basically just short for, like, Kings of the Ring, wasn't it? Or?
I don't know. It was like, basically, the whole theory was anytime someone would ask us what it was, it's like you have to be in it to know what it is.
Yeah,
we didn't know what it was.
We didn't even know. It just...
But did you say Core or KOR?
KOR.
KOR.
Anyway.
What?
Good for you.
Well, that's what we did. That's what we
did. But those custom characters have literally influenced every game me and this clown have built like the entire way through.
Play still to this day.
From like you give them
14
names
years old.
Huh?
You give them your own names?
Yeah. Names, backstory.
Who's like the, who's the big one?
Well, there's two, mate.
No, it would be Marshall Crawford. He was the
Marshall
biggest one.
Crawford, yeah.
Yeah.
So anytime you see a Marshall Crawford floating around people, that might be me.
Yeah. Well, you still use it as your alias on...
on everything.
It's his
Marshall.
Marshall,
Okay.
yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. But that has literally influenced everything.
What's your character?
I crossed over to Biff Armstrong sometime in like the early 2000s.
Mm.
Yeah. That's what I started using.
Full circle. I like it.
Yeah. But that dude, like those cores, those feuds, like I still remember we made the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Dude, we were playing SmackDown and we were running it through the VCR of his parents' like living room. So we spent a day, like we must have been wagging.
We were always wagging.
Yeah. And we must have been wagging. We'd been like 16 or something.
Yeah.
We literally created a pay-per-view with a storyline and recorded the matches with determined finishes. To the point where we paused the recording, played another match through to get the character up to where he was meant to be, and it was Stone Cold getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, it was always Stone Cold.
Yeah.
We didn't like him.
I'm serious. It was a full taping. Like a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
With like storylines. It just kept bleeding over every single console, every single game.
And then SmackDown 2 introduced like a career mode where you could have multiplayer career. So you could have two people playing a career at once that could run simultaneous separate storylines.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool. Like one character could go weeks without anything happening, but then another one could have something happening every week. And then basically then they started making more SmackDowns and the career mode wasn't as good. Like they tried to introduce so you could create your own like speeches and you could create like scenes for things to happen, but the gameplay wasn't up to match. They introduced like then you could put your own music into it, stuff like that through the PS3. But then no, I don't think anything was ever as it was a SmackDown. Shut your mouth? No.
Know your role?
Shut your mouth?
Shut your mouth, know your role. I can't remember.
SmackDown 2 I think was the best one because it had that proper career mode, and then they started panning off where you'd have a career mode where it was only 1 year up until WrestleMania, and then that was it. Once you hit WrestleMania, because that was the end goal, it'd be basically one whole year. And once that happened, it'd be the game over. Whereas this one, once you hit WrestleMania, the career will continue and go into a second year, third year, five. Like, I don't know how many years we played, like within the game, but you wouldn't, eventually you run the same stories. But it was just a good way of getting, like a career out of a career.
Didn't you ever play like anything like that, like multiplayer, like other than like WoW or like for FPS?
Battlefield.
Really?
1942. That was about it.
What about like clans and shit? Like, surely they would have bled over to other games.
WoW took up a lot of my life.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of days of my year. Well into the 250 days of the
How many hours a day are you talking?
majority of the hours.
I don't say majority. Like, there's 24 hours in a day.
I mean, I failed classes that you just pass with attendance. I failed all those classes. Because the internet cafe I used to go to, I used to also work at while he slept upstairs. So I'd get there in the morning, open the shop, play WoW from 8 o'clock in the morning until at least 8 o'clock at night, and then go home from school, staying back and studying, and then go home and then keep playing WoW. Go to bed at like 1 to 3 a.m. because I used to play with Singaporeans on a different time zone.
Jesus.
And then go back to school at 8, then go to the internet cafe. And so you're looking at like 16-hour days more of WoW throughout my whole high school.
I got a question. How would you monitor your kids playing video games now?
I wouldn't.
No, but don't say you wouldn't.
It's hard.
There's plenty of ways to do it, though.
There are. I mean, the main way is just have it out in an open space.
No, I mean, there's plenty of programs you can run.
What are you saying? You're saying like monitor them, like
period,
seeing
like,
what they're playing, or just like
how long they're playing?
Both. Like
China? Hello, is that you?
I mean, first thing I wouldn't put it in
3 hours on a Friday.
I wouldn't put a computer in their room or a TV.
I think that's too rough.
No.
I think that's too rough.
Hang on, your computer growing up wasn't in your room. It was in the study.
Yeah.
That was the best room.
Yeah, it was good.
Dude, so many hours in that room, man, just swearing and screaming at the computer screen.
Yeah.
Ah, good times. I have very good memories of that room, man.
It was all right.
Playing Good to Firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you don't put a computer in their room. When do you allow a computer in the room?
I don't know.
At what age?
When they move out.
I mean, I would allow.
You're a
it.
grown man.
They're going to
married.
have a computer in their room regardless.
Well, that's true, but yeah, I know.
You can't stop it.
You
They'll
can't.
have a tablet. They'll have a laptop. Probably schools would give out I'm pretty sure schools give out tablets now, don't they?
Yeah, everything's on tablet or
You won't avoid it. You're better off doing it and letting them have a controlled area, and then just saying from this time to this time, and then put a parental lock.
I'm just thinking about it, like the crap we were exposed to from like a young age. Like, how old were we when we got our first computers? You know what I mean? 13?
I was about
14?
16, I think.
Nah, man.
My first computer.
No chance.
No. Sorry, high school. Sorry,
Dude, we were playing
13.
We were playing Grand Theft Auto, the demo on your what's it called?
Sorry, when I was about 13. You got in high school,
13, 14.
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
I probably had one just before then, going into year 7.
Yeah.
Like an old 386. But everything we got the internet raw as soon as it came out. We got you know what I mean? We got everything raw.
I didn't get the internet till I was basically when I was 18. I didn't get the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's what I mean. Like, we had all the first versions of what is that, by the way?
Hand grip.
Ah, okay.
I've just been trying to. I don't like my grip, so I've been trying to work my way out. This is the
Your grip's lacking?
entry. Yeah, in my left hand. I'm not even kidding. It is so much weaker. Like, they're in pounds because they're American, but this is 50.
Give us a
And
look.
this is the first level. There's about 7 of them.
So what are you meant to do?
Just keep gripping. You just increase your grip strength.
Really?
Keep squeezing. Yeah.
What do you got to grip with your left hand?
Because I've got a little gym next to me at my apartment, and I want to use the gym, and it's got like pull-up bars, and I want to learn to do pull-ups. I can't. I just can't. My grip doesn't hold on.
Really?
Yeah, it's horrible. I hate it.
See, to me, that sounds really weird because, like, as a kid doing taekwondo and karate and shit, we would be forced to do like pull-ups, sit-ups, like when you get to high school, it's like you do all the sit-up tests and shit.
Yeah.
It was really strange to me. Like, it just didn't seem like a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's more common than I actually thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grip. Yeah, like it's something I really want to work on. So I've got a whole bunch of these, and this is this hand's no problem. It's at 150 pounds. This one's 50 pounds, and I'm struggling with it with my left hand.
When I see those, do you know what I actually think of for some stupid reason? Do you remember Fred Savage?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in a movie where he played against type, and he played like a jock in college who gets like a high school sweetheart, and then, spoiler alert, he ends up beating the shit out of her and killing her. Yeah. But there's a scene where he gets challenged by like some friend of like his missus or something, or they break up. It was like a traumatic experience for him, and he sits down angrily, and he's got those grips, and he's just like losing his shit with them. That's what I think of Fred Savage as a jock when I see those grips.
That's weird.
Yeah. That and Lieutenant Callahan from Police Academy, when she's sitting there just doing the grip, and some guy's watching her, like, and he's stirring his coffee. See that? Yeah. Lieutenant Callahan.
That's so weird.
Why?
I don't know. It's just so weird.
I've
you
never
think of that.
seen them. Like, why would I have ever seen
Really?
those? Yeah. When would I have ever seen a set?
I thought everyone had a random pair in the house. Oh, okay.
When I see that, I think it's a Mark Wahlberg movie. I think it's one of his first ones. And he's like a hitman. I can't remember what it's called.
I pictured the jocks, like just Mark Wahlberg and his CKs, like doing the grip.
He's babyface in that. I think it's his first movie. And there's...
All right, I'll look it up. No, his first movie was Fear.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So it was just after that. He's an assassin, basically, and he's got to kidnap someone. And there's a guy in there that's one of his mates, and he's just discovered self-loving. So the guy's always working on one of those. He's like,
it was about the big hit.
Yes.
See, bro?
There you go.
Mate.
I love that movie growing up.
I only watched it like once or twice.
I watched it again lately, and I'm like, no, that doesn't hold up.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't?
No.
I thought it would.
No.
Lou Diamond Phillips, isn't that?
He's all right, but just, I mean, it is a cheaply made film. That's probably why I'm thinking that.
I remembered it being pretty entertaining.
It was.
Okay. So
but I think maybe just some of the gag... I don't know, because it was a bit of it was a comedy too. It was an action comedy. I think the comedy just falls flat.
Really?
It doesn't age well, I don't think.
Okay.
But it was a while, maybe about a year ago I watched it. I could probably revisit it.
How did you even remember it?
What?
That movie. Like, how did it...
I always used to watch it. I loved it. And then I've just completely forgot about it. I just stopped watching it. And then I don't know, I just saw it. It was on Netflix. I'm like, I'll watch this again.
That's a movie I keep thinking that I'm going to revisit one day, and I never do.
I mean, it's all right. Lou Diamond Phillips is really good in it.
Yeah. here's a fun fact. His first movie was actually Renaissance Man, which I've never seen.
Oh, I remember. I have never seen it, but I remember.
Then he was in the Basketball Diaries with Leo. I've never seen that. I know I should have, but I never saw it. And
Oh,
then
really? I thought you'd seen it.
Nah. And then he was in Fear. Did you ever watch Fear?
No.
Oh.
Good movie, pretty scary, and it was pretty progressive in '96.
Is that based on the game?
No.
It's scary?
No. As in, like, scary as in it's a social sort of take, where he's an abusive boyfriend and la 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 la.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. Reese Witherspoon's in it. She plays like an all-American high school girl. Alyssa Milano's
Kind
in it.
of, yeah. I like. There's movies you just remember the title and like you remember them, but I've never watched them.
And then after that was Boogie Nights.
Boogie
Nice. Good move.
Dude, Boogie Nights is a great movie. And then the big hits after that.
Nights. Okay.
Jeez, he actually made a whole bunch of movies in the like mid-90s, late 90s.
He just didn't kick off until, yeah.
What do you reckon was his big break?
Boogie Nights.
No.
No, I wouldn't say that was his big break.
But I think that's when
He
people
didn't
started.
kick off until much later than that. I think. What year was Boogie Nights?
98. No, 97.
I don't think he kicked off until 2000s.
He did Three Kings in 99.
Three Kings.
Oh, okay.
Three Kings. I think Three Kings is probably
Yeah.
what. Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that.
Three Kings was brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Probably from there onwards, I
Yeah.
would say. I'd still call that 2000s.
Hang on. What do you reckon Mark Wahlberg's biggest movie is?
Biggest movie? Like most watched?
Can you name a Mark
Financial
Wahlberg
success or biggest movie he's made?
movie? Just biggest movie, like most,
Planet of
acclaimed.
the Apes.
That was one of his first movies. That was just,
Planet of the Apes.
yeah.
Nah, not one of
Dude,
his first.
Planet of the Apes, 2001. It was only 2 years after Three Kings. It's 20 years old.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Yeah. It became marketable straight away.
Yeah. Well, he's a model, wasn't he, originally?
Yeah, CK.
Oh, he was in a band
And it was-
too.
Yeah, his brother was in New Kids on the Block.
Oh, that's right.
Step by step.
He's got a hamburger franchise.
Baby. Yeah,
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers.
Yeah, and he's also selling cars.
He
Have you seen him sell cars?
he did a movie where he's like a running back for the Eagles, I think it is. It's based in the 70s or 60s.
No
That
idea.
was an alright movie.
No idea.
So last year I built a shoe rack at home.
What?
I'm giving you context. So last year I built a shoe rack. I built a shoe rack at home because I needed more space for shoes, and I quite enjoyed doing the work with my hands. So I was like, how can I transfer this in a more practical way? I'm not going to build a shoe rack. I'm not going to build a table or a rocking chair. I don't have the patience for that stuff. I'm going to go out and buy like
How did you build the shoe rack? As in, like, from scratch?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I built a shoe rack. And then I was like, I like working with my hands. I forgot what it was like to do. You know, being a trader, I used to love doing that stuff.
I
But I haven't done it for so
that's
long.
like your past life.
Yeah, it's like in a previous life.
I was Joan of Arc in my former life.
Exactly. And I just liked it. So I was like, how can I transfer this into more of a hobby way? Like, I like the idea of building things with my hand, but I don't want to do it over like a 70 hours building like a table.
How long did it take you to make a shoe rack? How many tiers is it?
3?
Okay, did you stain it?
No.
So what's the finish?
It's just a raw finish because it's like in a cupboard.
Oh.
Yeah.
3 tiers. How wide?
About a metre and a bit, maybe 110.
Oh, so it's big.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like,
Why didn't you tell me you made a shoe
I
rack?
thought I told you.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I would have laughed at it then.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I really like it. More of a hobby way to do it. So I was looking into hobbies, working, hand stuff, and I was like, there's like all the model kit stuff.
Yeah.
So I started looking into the model kits, so like planes, tanks, stuff like that. And I like it, but then I was like, they're good, but they're very, very, like they're fiddly. Like I actually enjoyed it, so I started buying the stuff for it, and I made a couple.
Did you make planes?
Yeah, I made a German. I sent you the picture. It was a German World War II fighter.
Did you put them up in Rosebud?
No, they're in my room.
I'm just trying to think.
It was a World War II like German just fighter plane. Just as a start, like a starting one. It came out okay. I used everything. It was just a starter kit. They give you everything, and it came out all right. Paintwork was a bit rough. Then I started on a second one, which was it was another World War II. It was a British bomber, I think it was. And that one came out much better. Then I started stocking up with a couple of things. I picked up like a Praetorian, because ideally I would have liked to do like historical, like military, like figures, but they don't make them. It's mostly all like in the model kits. It's mostly all vehicles, basically. I sent you I remember sending you the pictures. Like which one you reckon will look good. Like there's the Praetorian and the Centurion and the Samurai and all that stuff. They're like very like few in between. So it's like, I've got like a World War One tank, the one from BF1 that we used to jump in all the time. I got gifted a Jag, like a red Jag. I haven't started on that one yet. Like I was enjoying it, but it was like, I don't know, something else. And then I started looking into you can see that, and then you see, like, you're looking up instructional videos on YouTube, and like it kind of crosses over, but it doesn't. Yeah. So I started getting like painting kits for like videos for like the Gundam figures. I'm like, I don't mind those, but those look very like in depth, and you need like an airbrush to do those ones. I'm like, I'm buying an airbrush. And then I was like, what's the next best thing? And then I saw tabletop like miniatures. Like, okay, this is interesting. It kind of feeds what I want to do. But I don't know about the fantasy, because it's mostly fantasy or sci-fi. I was looking into it, and then I found a brand. They do military history. So I found a brand in UK, Victrix. Check it up.
It points as well.
I managed to order, it was Republican Roman era army, which was pretty cool because that's really obscure.
Victrix, like that?
Victrix. Yeah, that's it. Going to there.
Uh-huh.
And so while I ordered those, I had to wait like 5 weeks for them to arrive from the UK. It was cheaper to get it from UK than order it from Queensland.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It was half the price ordering it with postage from UK. Mind you, I'm still...
Look at him full going like detail with the torch.
I haven't finished any of them yet. This is all still the base on them, the base coats. I mean, I'm still an amateur. I haven't learned anything. I'm still learning. So if you scroll to the top, scroll to the very top, on the top right, if you go...
Are you sure you didn't buy them
Ancients?
like this?
No, I've painted them. Ancients, see the second one from the left?
Yeah.
Early Republican Romans.
You thought you could outsmart the...
How did you get your brush under the coat?
That is something you learn as you go. Don't stick them on with glue before you start painting.
Oh, so you stuck all of the parts on.
The parts are fine to stick on. The shields I usually disconnect before I put them back on, before I paint them. But now that I've gone through this and I've learnt, don't glue the feet into the base before you start painting, because you can't get underneath inside the coat.
I was going to say, wouldn't that be just common sense?
Well, I didn't think of it at the time.
Give me a look at that. I want to see the one that you just picked up, the one with the shield. Yeah, that one.
This one's not finished. The shield's not done. So they're all based. I still got to do like a shade on them and then like a final layer. And I got to... They're all like first stage.
These are tiny. How the hell do you even like get everything on there?
You got to buy the right brushes, and you got to have the right light, which is usually an LED. With
do you have like tweezers or some sort of gripping device?
Yeah,
give me one of the spearmen over there.
Which one would you like? This is my favourite one.
Yeah, that one. Give me that one.
Because look at the detail on the face. I reckon I've done a really good job on that.
This is actually sick. I love this.
He's missing an arm.
Yeah, I stuck it on and I realised I just ripped it off and tore it out.
Kind of looks like Dim.
You're a dickhead.
You like the face? That was my first attempt at eyes.
That's sick. I love that one.
So these ones here are the Warhammer Age of Sigmar, which is a tabletop. So I started on these while I was waiting for the Victrix stuff to come.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you click on that that one there, that's the one I ordered.
Just look at that one that he's picked up with the big flag.
That one.
Which one? That one?
You got to get a photo of all these.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty hard to get a photo of them because...
well, you got them here. I'll take a photo, put them up online.
These three were the first ones I attempted.
How does this look like me? Is a bald head to do with a beard? It looks like freaking, what's his name? God of War.
Kratos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Do you like the shield?
I do like the shield.
That's actually... I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, the shield's
Getting
very
the
nice.
white and then the gold.
How do you manage to paint... Like, this is tiny.
I thought it was going to be much harder than I thought. The hardest part is probably doing... fine lines, like see on his back, like the chainmail there. See, like how there's a black strap.
Yeah,
that was probably the hardest part to do for me. And his belt along his waist.
Yeah,
the absolute hardest was doing his eyes. After that,
how do you, dude? That's tiny. How the hell? What do you even use to paint eyes like that?
Everything I was looking at,
dude. That's less than a millimeter.
That's my attempt at a black man.
That is less than a millimeter of
I haven't finished
space.
him yet. I'm not happy with it.
That's insane.
Your red eyes.
Yeah, no, that's the eyeballs.
This
I
is
haven't done the
100% Snoop Dogg.
yeah, I haven't done
All
the
right, I
retinas
gotta
yet.
see this.
This
now.
is hands down Snoop Dogg.
So,
His mother passed away like a couple of days ago.
huh.
Yeah, I know.
What do you call it? Like,
You just stab me with your thing.
oh, sorry, sorry.
Yeah, that looks like Snoop. That looks exactly like Snoop.
And his eyes are red too. That's the hilarious part.
I haven't done his eyeballs yet. I haven't done his actual retinas yet, like the black bits.
Dude, what kind of brush are you using to get that kind of detail? Like,
So there's brushes, and then there's brushes. So the normal brush is what I use for do the basing and everything, and then to do the finer stuff, you got to buy a pretty expensive brush.
what's a brush worth?
Well, the one I got, it cost me $40
Just one,
just for one.
and that's to do stuff like eyes.
The fine stuff, yeah.
Do you have to do it?
But the eyes, it's a cheat because I found it. The actual eyes, you can do with a paintbrush, but it's very, very hard. But it's a little bit easier if you use like a micro pen.
Okay.
You know the micro pens, like the art line, like
Yeah.
it's just like almost like a pacer.
Yeah.
You just dab it, and then that's your
I
right.
had to break it to you, but I don't think you're going to be able to paint this one very well because it's all in one piece.
The shield comes off.
Oh, the shield comes off.
Yeah,
Do you do this under a magnifying glass or something?
some of it, mostly the face.
How awkward is it, like, to do it under the glass?
It's at the start. It's
You
a little bit
like
hard
you
because you got to
transition to it, yeah?
your depth perception's a bit off at the start.
It's like driving on the left side of the, like, wrong side of the road or whatever. What's this?
I'd like to see this one fully coloured.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
What's
that
this,
one.
like an orc or
That's
something?
called a stab grot, and he acts as a shield for him. So because this is a game, what happens is they're both part of one unit. So if he's about to take damage that's going to kill him or whatever, you can sacrifice him
Oh, good.
to like die for him instead. Like
I mean,
in
it's
his
only
place.
right. It's
He's just like one
I'll
HP.
be honest, man.
1 HP.
I would have loved to be able to give you shit about this, but these
Yeah.
are fucking impressive.
Yeah.
I was hoping to give him shit too, but
Seriously?
looking at it now, I'm like,
These
I,
are the-
don't, I can't, because there's no way. Dude, I've got shaky hands. I really,
So do I. My left hand shakes like anything.
I've got shaky hands. I know it just because of years of codeine and taking hits to the head.
Check these
and
out.
working in refrigeration.
These are the ones I just got that I sent you the pics
Like,
from.
yeah, my hands shake, so there's no way known that I'd be able to have done this. No chance. No chance.
So these is like a lizard faction. Yeah, check those out.
Yeah. Oppo?
I've tried a few different colour schemes on them to see what I like.
These are freaking sick, man.
And so then that's their cavalry, which is what I've been working on as well. So then these guys here, which I haven't painted yet, will sit on them. So they've got like a war drummer.
oh yeah.
And so then you can...
I was going to say, surely there's got to be groups in Melbourne that you can sort of get together and like.
yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
So
There's
that's
shops.
how
I've got a
it
shop next to me.
Yeah, same. There's one just in Scottsburn.
Have you made your mark in that community yet?
Locally. Nah. Eventually I will.
I'd love to see you turn up with like a briefcase. and,
Welcome
like,
to the realm of the unknown. Oh, shit.
I'll be that guy.
Do you remember that scene in The Onion where the guy rocks up to Dungeons and Dragons club and just ruins these kids?
Yeah. You get the
I've
shield
got to
on
say,
this.
like, the way they build them, though, you wouldn't think that they're stuck together. You'd think they're just one piece.
Yeah.
You can't see the lines
Yeah.
where they stick together. You
No,
just
it's
can't
seamless.
see it.
It's
yeah.
absolutely seamless.
It's just special plastic glue. That's all it is that keeps it in place. But it's the way it's molded and everything.
Sick.
You like the shield?
yeah, man.
Like the whole point is the shield is supposed to scare.
yeah.
And so like that's one of my favourite parts on that one. And then I tried to go with blue. So basically it's just part of a game, which is a byproduct, which I actually like. These were the first three I painted because I just got them in a starter kit. And then the rest I've had to buy. Like
I was
it
going to
was-
ask, how did you find about this? You just literally worked your way around.
I'd always known about Warhammer because I played a Total War. They made a Total War Warhammer, but I never associated the actual board, like tabletop game. And I was like, I was in Oakley. There's a shop in Oakley, and I was like, I'll go check it out just for something because I want to do figurine like the miniatures. But are they too small? Because
Yeah.
I like that a little bit more larger, you know. So I went in there, had a chat with the guy. And he's like, look, just get a starter kit, see if you like it. You like it.
Yeah.
After I did these up at Rosebud, like I love it. So I just started getting them. The shop's been closed, so I've had to do all my ordering online at the moment. But there's like heaps of stuff you can get at the store.
I'm annoyed because like this is a really cool creative outlet. I'd freaking love to be able to do this, man, but you need time. Like you just need time, set up.
that's a patience thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I sleep like a log every night when I do this.
Because you focus. Like,
Yeah.
But like, that's what I understand. Like, every time you hear about kids with ADHD or some shit like that, extensive energy, getting them to do shit like this where they have to focus everything, just mentally wear themselves out. Wouldn't that help?
Well, yeah, probably you would think so.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like they always say, you need something for them to focus on. That's why you put them in like Taekwondo or whatever.
Yeah.
Put them in something like this.
Well,
no,
probably not so much. So like that's like a dude with a wall banner.
Rodent on the back of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of friends that did Warhammer stuff in the shops.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people used to play Magic, or a lot of people used to go and build Warhammer and paint them.
Okay. Well, you can do it just for the painting side and for collecting. You don't need to play the game. But I mean, if you got it, why not give it a go?
Yeah.
None of them play the game.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the game. Build it for the sake of building and painting.
You know a lot of people that do it.
I did in school. Yeah, back in school days.
I only know
after
one other
school,
person.
People would straight.
I only know one other person that does it, man.
They used to do it in the shop together. I don't know if they still do that.
Yeah, you go to the shop.
Like Sweat.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
In Chatty, right next to NRG.
Pass me the enchanted sword.
You can get us bashed.
Why? By who? Listen here, you.
I mean, it's a pretty straightforward game. It's just like a Total War. It's just like one of those, but just you're rolling dice, basically.
But that was no. When I do the voice, that was the style back then that I knew. Like all of my nerdier friends did it.
Yeah.
It was popular. I don't know. It was really popular back then.
Okay.
I mean, it still is. It still is. It's a very big.
You should use your Facey account to jump on some groups to.
I've joined the group.
I have. The best place. Looking for niche.
I've actually had more success through that than just finding random posts.
If you could sell them to people.
Yeah, you can. There's people
after you've done.
Yeah, there's people that will you can paint them. They'll order it. That you paint them, and then they'll pay for it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fuck me dead.
Are you offering?
Huh?
Are you offering?
If you want, check out the website, the actual Games Workshop site. So they've got 40K is actually the bigger brand.
Yeah.
So you saw what those look like.
Yeah.
When you went into it, they show you what painted ones look like.
Yeah. Which one am I going into? No, don't put them away. Take some photos out while it's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that second one next to the cavalry.
That Rome Legions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the one I got. And then you can actually look at the images. They should be in there painted.
Oh.
So that's what they'll be. I haven't started on them yet. Because
what is this, a website for ants?
No, it's fucking, this is how big it is. What do you want me to do?
These ones are cool because they actually come with decals that go onto the shields to make it easier for you.
Oh, yeah.
So this is before they were like Imperial Rome, so there's like when they were still...
How big did you say they are? Like
same as these guys, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe to the shoulder.
Okay.
But basically the same.
Cool.
But the actual Games Workshop site, which 40K is the large one, which is the sci-fi one, that's a much larger
universe
and much more people play that than they do Sigma.
It's been around for a long time.
They both have. They only rebooted Sigma maybe 5-6 years ago. Yeah, the top one.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
I was going to show you what a couple of them look like because they've got some really crazy things out there. I mean, it can get very expensive.
How many people do you reckon are involved in all this worldwide?
Quite a few.
A lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot. So that's this, yeah. So they do 40K, Age of Sigma, they do Lord of the Rings. So if
the Warhammer universe has been around for a while.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Long time. 70s, I think.
70s?
80s? At least, definitely the 80s. Definitely the 80s. I don't know about 70s. So this is all sci-fi stuff, but if you scroll to the top, the very top, click on the next to new and exclusive, the banner that says Age of Sigma.
Where? No, top, up.
Yeah, that one. To the left, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So this is what I go here when I want to try and find stuff, and then I'll try and source it closer, because I ordered something from here and it was like 5 weeks later and nothing still had arrived. And then it's broken down by, there's 4 factions you got.
So let me ask you a question. This chariot, this Stormstrike chariot,
it'll come in pieces.
How big would it be?
That one there, probably... I'm looking for something that might be the same size.
Like the ninja, the coffee cup?
I don't think there's anything to scale here. Probably... The base would probably be about that big.
Okay.
Yeah, probably about that big in general.
Okay.
Like you saw that T-Rex one that I showed you, it's a T-Rex. Yeah. That is fairly decent. That'll probably be about that big. Some of them get quite large.
Fucking hell, man. I don't know how many hours it'd be, like, putting one of these.
So scroll to the top
Yeah.
and go to, see how it says Grand Alliance? So there's 4 alliances: Order, Chaos, Death, Destruction. And within each alliance is, like, different factions. So these gold ones I showed you are called the Stormcast Eternals. So go into that one. So these guys are like people who die on the battlefield and then get resurrected as like immortal soldiers.
So how many pieces do you get in, like, a pack?
So each box,
Like, literally these?
so that's one unit. They're called Vigilers, and you get what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 soldiers.
So it's $100. So $10 a soldier.
Yeah.
$10 like for one of those figurines.
Yeah,
Jesus. Okay.
but then the thing is, you're not working on them for like 10 minutes.
No,
you
no.
could anywhere from
How
2
long
to
would it
10.
take to paint one of those up? Average.
I haven't finished any of these yet. They're just base paints at the
take
moment.
the one that looks like
Each
Snoop.
one takes me about 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours.
For one coat.
Yeah, no, just to be done with it, with the whole base coat.
Okay.
But like these guys are easier to paint as opposed to these guys because
So
they
you're
don't have a
looking
base.
at, like, say, 2.5 to 3 hours finishing time for each unit?
From
I'd say at least 5.
are you talking about from
So
frame?
from start to finish when they're completely finished?
like on the frame thing still before you pop all the parts out? Is that what you're saying? Or do you build it and that's not included in the time?
Including when I build it
Yeah.
and then painting and all that, probably 6 hours.
Oh,
Holy shit. Sorry. I'm just looking
But
at
I don't do it in one sitting.
yeah. No, I'm just saying that's crazy.
10
Yeah.
to 10.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck me. What time do we get here? 6?
6:45.
No, it wouldn't be 6:45.
Yeah,
No.
we didn't start till 6:45.
Oh, fucking hell. It's getting late.
Someone was running late.
It's not my fault, man. I had to
I
work.
was talking about him.
Oh, yeah, it was his fault. He got donuts.
I come bearing gifts and this is how I treat it.
You're fucked.
So,
You bought cut.
so if you go to the
you
next
could have brought
page,
me like
I want to show you
carbless.
one that I got.
Which one?
So just keep going next page.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
As in view
just go
all?
view all. It's probably easier that way. So I got one. I bought it in Frankston when I was up at Rosebud, just not knowing what it was.
Which
keep
one?
going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So like that. See that Lord, that one on the Star Drake. That's going to
Yeah.
be massive. I didn't buy that, but that'll be massive.
It's $265.
Yeah, but I know it's massive.
Fucking, all right.
Down, down, down. Keep going. I'm looking for the one that I bought. I'm hanging to do it, to paint it.
I mean, they
Build it.
definitely look sick.
They
That's
are.
fucking cool, man.
Yeah. And I haven't even based them yet. So when you base them, these bases, then you can just do it a normal colour.
Yeah.
Or you can turn like grass and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
river and snow, lava, whatever you want. There's ones with wings. You'll see them.
Oh, here. No, wait.
No,
Not
keep
wings.
going, keep going.
No,
No, keep going.
Griffin.
That one there. The one
This
that's
dude?
the one in the middle, temporarily out of stock.
Yeah.
That's the one I picked up at the shop. And like, this guy looks really cool. Then I realised it was for that. So that's what I'm going to build next for one of them.
Yeah.
And so like the detail in that, the paint job,
How long will
everything.
that take?
That'll take me a while because that one I won't want to stuff up because it's,
Fucking hell. I'm just looking at all these laser shit.
yeah. It's actually not as hard as you think it would be.
It's just time. That's the only problem.
I mean, it's a hobby. It's something that you.
Yeah.
But
I don't do it every night, but I like to do it at least a couple times a night. That's why I'm trying to get a bit more of a balance now with what I'm doing. Like I got my raid night Monday. I might follow through to Tuesday, but then I'm happy to do the